Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're back once more with Jamie183 for more of the unnamed Motorsport podcast. Why are you laughing during my intro?
I don't think you've addressed me as my name like that before.
Have I not? Have I never called... What, am I going to go Sir Jamie Brewerton, am I?
Yeah, you should, yeah.
Sir Jamie Brewerton of 183 Esports Organisation.
I've not uploaded in about 6 months, so I don't know why you give me a YouTube title.
Because that's what you're still known as on my channel, isn't it?
Oh, fair.
But there we go, that's our butchered intro out of the way. Yeah, we're back though. No race weekend, of course, this time around, obviously, after the mediocrity that was the Turkish Grand Prix. And to be honest, there hasn't really been a lot to cover either, has there, Jamie?
It's a very slow news week.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Sort of most of the driver news was already done just after the summer break. So really, yeah, we're just sort of meandering through the second half of the year until Verstappen and Hamilton crash. Waiting for Piastri to be confirmed, yeah. Oscar's getting a drive.
I saw that, this is completely off topic, but 12 years ago today was when Button won his championship in 09.
Yeah, which is mad, isn't it?
That's not even that long ago, and the season was ending in October.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to mid-December.
Yeah, but no,
this a bit drawn out.
But Abu Dhabi was in November. Abu Dhabi was 2 weeks later, yeah. So it would have been, the 2nd of... 1st of November? No, 31st of October, wouldn't it? Because I was...
Yeah, it would have
Wait, no, it would have been the 1st of November. Because it's not Sunday every year on the same day.
No.
It's 2 weeks today.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope you realise that days change each year.
Oh, I've just about come to that conclusion, yeah, after a bit of a mini existential crisis there. But yeah, 12 years ago, JB won that world title. We've seen...
I literally remember that happening. I'm so...
Oh, no, it's mad, isn't it? That is one of my early Formula 1 memories, is JB winning that world title. My first sort of distinct memory is still Lewis winning Silver 08.
I remember Fisichella crashing at the start of every 08 race when I was a big fan of him.
Yep. So, he did that a lot, didn't he?
That was loads of fun.
Yeah, but Formula 1, man, it's weird, isn't it? That, like, Formula 1 for over half our lives now.
Yeah, like easily.
It's insane. But, yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of good things to talk about this week, though. First of all, let's get into, like, the side news piece then before we sort of get into the big deal. Mercedes apparently joining Aramco, not joining Aramco. Aramco are going to sponsor them. Petronas are out. All this, that, and the other. It's all been a bit weird, and it kind of says it all that that's the big news of the week when it's a bit like, great.
It's so vague, and like, I don't really care, to be honest. I think it'd be a shame to see Petronas leave because they've been in F1 for an extremely long time.
Yeah.
So if they are leaving, that's a bit of a shame, but whatever. We'll get over it.
I was going to say, I think...
Make sure it's not been on the calendar for a bit, so it makes sense.
No, but I think it's a lot more to do with Aramco, isn't it? People don't like Aramco.
Yeah.
But
they're heavily involved enough in F1 anyway.
Exactly, aren't they? So, did I read it somewhere that they're the biggest polluter in Formula 1? The biggest polluter in the world, apparently. I mean, the Saudi Arabian oil company.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they are.
They've got to be, yeah. They're worth... So they have an operating income of $102.3 billion US last year.
Right, that's pretty good.
Yeah, total assets of $510 billion.
Yeah, so they've got the money to buy into Mercedes quite clearly.
Yes, yeah. You could... $510 billion, you're looking at Mercedes' operating budget for the next 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Which is insane when you think about it.
Yeah. Lewis Hamilton's going to win title number 900.
Exactly. Imagine Aramco coming in and then go, right, we're keeping Lewis for another year. He's on £160 million. Or something ridiculous like that.
And that's just like scratching the surface of
It's insane, isn't it, when you look at like... Well, you can see why like the Middle East is getting into Formula 1 at the moment.
They've got the money. There's no... I mean, they've just bought into Newcastle.
Wait, I was just about to bring up Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it is insane the way some of these countries just have money that just is uncomprehendable to the rest of the world. But yeah, there were all these talks, though, that Mercedes were going to sign with them a couple of days ago. Like you said, I think it would be a shame to lose Petronas from Formula 1 because they've been around for a long time. Obviously, everyone remembers
like
when
the
Mercedes...
in the 90s.
Exactly. Yeah, but with Sauber...
Like the Petronas Red Bull, which was so strange.
Yes, yeah.
Looking back at it now.
Yeah, that was what, 1997, I want to say?
I thought it was before that. I don't know. I did a Sauber series where I had to look into them quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I remember that. It was basically when they first started, they were like sponsored by Petronas and Red Bull, which just looks so jarring now looking back.
Yes, yeah. But I can't even find when Petronas started sponsoring
I get
F1.
the feeling it was 92 or 91 for Sauber, but I may be
Was
wrong.
Sauber in Formula 1 in 92?
Yeah. They had 25 years in 2017. Wait, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. God, that's mad, isn't it? When you think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so apparently now they're saying Petronas are going to be staying with Mercedes. I'm sure by the time this video goes out, though, something else will have changed with it again, because that's just the timing Jamie and I get on these podcasts. But
And it's such a nothing story anyway.
Exactly.
It's something completely different.
Exactly. But far more importantly, though, the 2022 calendar has been announced. And even more importantly than that, Formula 2 and Formula 3 have been fixed for next year. We've spoken about this too many times on the podcast.
Yeah.
But F2 and
F2
F3,
and F3 are just absolutely packed next
they
year.
are
Races.
spicy calendars, I tell you what.
I'm going to have to cancel all my weekend plans for the next
Exactly.
year.
I'm going to have to book off so many Saturdays from work next year. It's going to be insane. But
No, actually, I probably won't support anyone at F2 next year, so it's all good.
well, you're not. Even
Joe-
though Guan
Joe
Yu
will be in
Zhou's going to be
F1.
there for another year.
Well, Joe's already said that he's not doing another year.
Oh yeah, because no one will
regardless of what
support him
happens.
to, yeah. So you're
Yeah.
going to be supporting
Year
him in
4.
LMPH?
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll be supporting him in Alfa Romeo. That's what I'm
I
doing.
don't think you will, mate. I think you'll be supporting Oscar Piastri there. It is quite incredible, though, isn't it?
It is interesting.
Like,
I don't know. I genuinely don't know which way that seat's going to go now.
no.
Obviously, Piastri's done better this year, so he kind of deserves it more. But I'd like to see Joe in it.
Yeah, surely, like, no one can look at the way they've both done an F2 this year and goes,
Yeah.
Zhou deserves it more than Piastri. Like, Piastri...
Yeah, but also Joe deserves it more than some current F1 drivers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Not many,
But it will
but-
annoy me if really annoy me if Joe gets a seat and then all the Australians in the world start complaining at him all year that it should have been Piastri's seat.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look
What
at
can he do about
Piastri's
it?
track record, don't you? He could be Charles Leclerc,
I
George
don't know why there's
Russell
no more
caliber.
hype. Yeah,
Because
it's like
F2
he's
this
got the
year,
same
isn't it? This is
record.
the problem. The F2 calendar has meant you can't build up
Yeah.
hype through winning, like, Grand Prix in 3 weekends in a row.
Yeah, because he has won the last 3 feature races,
Yeah.
right? Italy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's mad.
So there would, yeah.
There should...
And I mean, Hulk had the same record. Well, I'll just put that out there, and he never amounted to much in F1, unfortunately, through luck more than ability.
through lack of ability.
Lack of luck, more like,
Right,
yes.
okay. Just remember, I don't think anyone else in Formula 1 has been replaced by Pastor Maldonado in a team.
Kimi Räikkönen was.
Kimi Räikkönen left Renault. He
Yeah.
didn't get replaced by Maldonado.
Well, who was his replacement?
Well, Maldonado took the empty seat.
Yes. Therefore, he replaced Kimi Räikkönen.
Right, okay. I don't know. What way are we going to word this then? But
No one's been evicted from their seat.
evicted.
It's so
Right. So yeah,
we're so off topic.
shall we?
F2's good.
F2 and F3. Right. Do we want to do those calendars first, or do we want to go through the F1 calendar first?
I mean, I have neither of them open.
I have
so
all of them open.
You start on the F1 calendar because people are probably more interested.
I think that makes more sense, doesn't it? So straight away then, for the first time in a long time, I think. Well, I say a long time. It'd be since 2019, actually, 2020 even. We've got back-to-back races to kickstart the year. Bahrain,
That'd be fun.
20th of March, less than a month after my birthday, and then Saudi Arabia.
How is that relevant?
Just thought I'd put it in there. And then Saudi Arabia, the 27th of March, straight away. Now, obviously, Sakir, I think, is fair enough as a season opener. It's delivered.
Yeah, we like it.
We can rate that. Saudi Arabia, though, again, we can't really say anything about it yet as a track because we haven't seen it. But back-to-back races to kickstart the year, I think that was absolutely critical. They did something like that because obviously the fact this year we had Bahrain.
This year was so bad.
Banger race to start the season, and then we're like, shit, we got 3 weeks off before anything else happens.
Yeah.
And then Imola was carnage as well. But yeah,
Imola was
Bahrain,
very
Saudi
good,
Arabia to start the year, both in March. Then we head to Melbourne in April. We got a week off and then Albert Park, which is pretty good. Imola then, another 2 weeks off. Now, I'm a bit confused here. I'm going to be honest. And I think this is...
I'm so confused. It makes zero sense.
Something we need to discuss, isn't it? Why on earth have they gone Imola, then Miami, from Melbourne?
Then Spain.
Then back to Spain. And then, of course, you go Baku, and then back out to Canada.
So there's there's 4 different races in North America.
Yep.
And there's 3 completely separate occasions that they've been put on.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, at least do Miami and Montreal. I know it's still a long distance, but it's nowhere near as far as crossing the Atlantic.
Exactly.
I don't know. They're trying to be carbon neutral, and it just makes zero sense.
Exactly. And I mean, you could have even done Melbourne, then Miami.
Yeah, because that's not as far as Melbourne to Imola to Miami.
No, I can understand. Would Canada be that bad in early May?
Well,
surely.
It might snow. I don't know what the weather's
surely.
like.
No, because in Montreal, though, surely that would be fine by then.
Yeah. Or even just move Miami back to early June.
Apparently, Miami would be too warm in June. That's why they didn't want to do that.
Oh,
and I mean, Southern America.
Southern USA is very
Yeah,
warm,
in June would probably be... Well, you're looking at, like... What was it? Was it Detroit or Dallas where the track was, like, tearing up? And that was in the middle of the summer. It was, like, 40 degrees. Yeah. So I can understand that. But surely, yeah, they could have put Montreal in May with it. Or even April. But then, obviously, of course, we come back from Miami. I am looking forward to Miami, though. I've got to admit.
I think it'll be a good track, yeah.
Then we come back to Spain. Again, Alonso still in Formula 1. That's why it's on the calendar. Carlos Sainz as well. You can understand that. But Portimao, come on. That would have been so much better to have.
Yeah. I think Portimao over Imola. I think Imola's got history, but, like, it's not a brilliant race.
Yeah, but it's a fun track, though, isn't it?
It is a fun track, but, like, if it's dry, like 2020, the race was pretty dead.
I mean, we have Ricciardo getting a podium.
Yeah, because Max blew up. That was the only reason.
Yes, yeah, that's also true. Yeah, because Max had the brilliant record last year, didn't he? Of 3 Italian Grand Prix, and none did he finish.
3 DNFs,
yeah. Madness. But obviously then we got Spain, which I'm pretty certain the only reason they keep Spain on the calendar now is so teams can use the last sector to get ready for Monaco.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically all it is.
Yeah, it must be.
Isn't it now?
Because it's not a testing venue anymore, is it?
No.
Well, it may be next year, I guess, but...
No, they just use Bahrain, don't they, now?
I can't wait for Spain not to be on the calendar.
I mean, it's such a disappointment, because let's be fair, we both know what's going to happen. Spain's going to come off the calendar, and then people are going to go, but look at the history, look at Schumacher winning in 1996. Verstappen's win in 2016, Maldonado in 2012, and you're there like, great.
What about the 30 other races?
Yeah, the 30 odd races that have next to no...
Like, this year should have been interesting. It had Verstappen or Hamilton beating Verstappen on a good strategy. Like, should have been quite exciting. Yeah. But it just was still really dead to watch. It was just so predictable.
Exactly, and I would just love them to even just try and use the old style final couple of corners. Get rid of that final chicane.
Yeah, like, why not?
It's because of the runoff, apparently.
Can it?
But even if you use...
But the cars are safe enough now, or just put a different barrier there.
Or even if you use the MotoGP final chicane, which is like the one before the Formula 1 one.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've got even just that little bit of a longer run back to the start-finish line would be good. But yeah, Spain we can get rid of. Monaco always is going to be that weekend. Last weekend of May is always
Do you
Monaco.
like Monaco? What do you...
I can completely appreciate we need Monaco in Formula 1.
I love Monaco. I don't want it to go ever.
Like, Monaco is all about the Saturday. Let's be real.
Yeah. Which you go into it expecting that, and it makes it really exciting. And the Sunday's interesting as well, just because at any moment someone might just crash, although it happens less regularly because the drivers are much better.
Formula 1 drivers are so good nowadays, you just can't even rely on that anymore, unfortunately. Like, what you need is a wet Monaco Grand Prix.
Or just something that mixes up the order.
Yeah.
And then people actually have to risk overtake.
Exactly.
Like, this year I found really good. I don't know.
Did you? Hey?
Probably because the podium was so good.
Nothing happened, yeah. It was the only race this year I haven't watched.
It was Max, what?
Max Lando Sainz,
wasn't it?
Yeah, because Charles Leclerc had obviously his failure pre-race.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's something about Monaco weekend that I just really like watching.
Yeah, no, it's the hype and the history and everything like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is the crown jewel event for a reason still. But next up then, Baku, again, sort of, I think it's got a good place just after Monaco, isn't it? You've got 2 street tracks of completely opposite, which then...
One of them's actually got just carnage, one of them's usually quite predictable.
Yes, yeah. Baku, where it's high speed still, there's just not enough downforce, so people make mistakes through the twisty bits. Like we said, obviously, then Canada, a week after Baku. That's a quick turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then obviously we got a week off before Silverstone. Again,
which I'll be at, hopefully.
Will you be going to Silverstone again this year, are you?
I'm thinking of it, yeah.
Me and my dad are still looking at what races we might go to next year. But we haven't quite decided yet what we're looking at. We've actually got 4 races in July, looking at that. Are we going to see Hamilton do what he managed in... Was it 2016? Where he won 4 races in 1 month? Yeah. So obviously, Silvo, then Austria.
Still didn't win the title.
What's that? Yeah, by
still
pure egg. Yeah. Silvo, then Austria. Then we got a week off before Paul Ricard. Is that rather late in the season, Paul Ricard? Yeah, no, normally.
It's usually round 8, isn't it?
Yeah, normally it's sort of, around Canada, isn't it? So it's been pushed back a couple of weekends, which is interesting to see. I mean, it's just going to be another...
Maybe tyre blistering will be difficult. I mean, this year France was quite good.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say it's going to be another dead race, but it was, actually delivered last year. Then, of course, we got Hungary rounding out before the summer break. That's fair enough. This is what still annoys me.
What, Belgium and Italy are separated?
Yes. Belgium and Italy belong together in Formula 1. Lob Zandvoort even are like round 5 of the year. Like, put it with Spain, Monaco and Azerbaijan so you can just have 3 dead races.
It does make a lot of sense to put Belgium and Zandvoort next to each other since they're like about less than 100 miles apart.
Yeah. So put no, because you want Belgium to kickstart off the summer break, don't you?
Yeah, Belgium kickstarts the second time.
Oh, I just don't like Zandvoort there. It's just not.
I don't mind.
It's just not good. Put it just before France. Put it between Austria and France, I say. But then obviously, Belgium, Zandvoort, Italy, 3 weekends in a row. We've got 2 triple headers this year, don't we? Because obviously we've got that one, and then we've got where's the other one? Oh right, where is the other triple header actually?
I don't think.
Is there another one? Yeah, no. Russia, Singapore, Japan. Russia, Singapore, Japan.
What a stupid...
Oh! What eggery. What eggery.
To be fair, I'm looking forward to Singapore being back. I do like
Singapore, it's nice to see back. I think that was, again, another one my dad and I looked at. Like, Singapore is always that one...
Are you serious? How rich are you?
Singapore is, like, always the one... Because, obviously, we've seen the track before. Obviously, I've flown into Singapore before.
You went to Australia, yeah.
But, like, we'd love to go to the Grand Prix as well, though. But then we say that we'd love to go to Melbourne for the race as well, but you won't be able to go to Australia before 2030 now, apparently.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, so obviously Belgium, Italy, Zandvoort, Italy, triple header. Then we got a week off. Then we got another triple header of Russia, Singapore, Japan.
Intense. That's really bad planning.
That is going to be intense. Then obviously we've got a week off before USA, then Mexico back to back. That's pretty sensible. Brazil with a week off, and then Abu Dhabi as well, the week after Brazil.
No, Brazil and Abu Dhabi's
it's a tight turnaround again, isn't it? But
yeah, they're so stupid, these F1 people. We could do a much better calendar.
A season that ends in November, Jamie. Thoughts?
Yeah, what's that about? Oh, it's because of the World Cup.
Yes, yeah, no, it must be, obviously. They won't admit it, but it is, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, they did admit it, I think.
Have they?
I think I saw something like that.
I think it's widely accepted, that's why, but I don't think they'll ever say the World Cup's bigger than us.
Find it. Well, the drivers probably want to watch the World Cup.
Some of them will go to it, I suppose, but a lot of them probably don't care that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, 23 races though, crammed in this year. It feels like.
Yeah.
And I think
because it's the same amount of races, and it starts at the same point and ends a month earlier.
Yeah. So we've
that spell of 6 races in 7 weeks is gonna be ridiculous.
That's gonna be nuts, isn't it? Second half of the year is going to be wild for content. We're going to be absolutely clawing back.
I'll be 23 by then. No,
you won't.
I'll be 22.
Oh god,
that's a year away.
Yeah, it's only 12 months from now, Jamie. Yeah, literally now we'll be talking about getting ready for the US Grand Prix. Maybe like we're meant to be in this podcast as well. But I think overall a few eggy choices, but a decent enough calendar, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I quite like the calendar. I mean, it's to be expected, really, isn't it? Yeah. There's not much surprising in there. Apart from China has already been dropped because of COVID still.
It's not really because of COVID, though, is it, anymore? It's just the fact the track doesn't get used.
It is because of COVID.
Is it still because of COVID?
Yeah, that's why Imola would have been. So
but China have had, no cases since early 2019.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true.
Yeah, so am I. So am I.
Yeah, Guan Yu Zhou unfortunately won't have a home race to go to.
Well, this is what I think, isn't it? Because there's already talks that Shanghai just might not be able to stay in Formula 1.
Yeah, it might never come back.
But Guan Yu Zhou will be their only saving grace. Yeah. You look at the way the NBA took off in China thanks to... I can't remember his name now. I can picture his face. Yao Ming.
No idea.
Yeah, no, obviously, because that was the thing, wasn't it? Right. When he came into the NBA and was it the late 90s or the early 2000s, I want to say, immediately China became the biggest NBA viewers in the world.
I have no clue what you're on about.
Which is insane. Yeah, so really, Formula 1 might try and push to get Guan Yu Zhou a seat somewhere because really it would fit Liberty Media's agenda as well. You think there is a huge
Formula 1 can't
market.
Interfere with what the teams are doing.
Really?
Surely they can't make a team sign a driver.
You clearly have not heard the stories of Bernie Ecclestone, my friend.
Well, that's changed now, hasn't it? He used to do loads of random stuff, get the sprinklers out and that.
Exactly, yeah. Put the 30 centimetre concrete walls up. 30 metres would be great for viewers.
Do you remember his idea? It was actually it was going to happen for 2010.
Joe
and they got rid of it last minute. No, not the Joker Lap. The point system was going to change.
Oh,
so
1
point for winning.
1 point for a win.
1 point for a win and nothing else.
I think we've discussed this before.
Which would have just been stupid.
Haven't we? Yeah.
Can you imagine 2016 if it was been 10-8, 1-1, and then everyone else on 0?
Yeah, it'd be mad, wouldn't it? Oh, God.
10-9, sorry. Hamilton would have won, though.
Yes, yeah. We needed that season, it turns out. 2016 was the year we needed that. But, Formula 1, though, for 2022, a decent enough calendar by the looks of it. I think, obviously, again, there's talks about Jeddah and everything like that. And I can understand people don't want Jeddah, Doha, things like that in the sport because of the Middle East and all this. But ultimately, F1's a business at the end of the day. And people... I don't think people fail to realise that. You can't really say this without looking bad, can you, really? But
no,
you can...
But they need to realise that money talks more than...
Exactly, you don't have to... Oh, Jamie, it's not quite what I was going with.
I mean, it's true that Qatar are basically having a World Cup off the back of slavery.
Yeah,
which is obviously
dead migrant
terrible,
workers.
But big corporations just don't care.
Exactly, and I mean, have you seen the pictures of what Jeddah looks like at the moment? It's 50 days away and it's still not done.
Well, that's what back in the day, obviously not for the same reason, but Korea at Yongham was basically the lines, the rumble strips are getting painted on the Friday morning.
Yeah, well, it was always Korea as well, wasn't it? They were going to build a whole city around that track.
That would have been incredible. That's an absolutely brilliant idea, but they obviously had a financial crisis and couldn't.
Well, they didn't have a financial crisis. Everyone did.
The world did.
Well, no, because the world had a financial crisis before the track came onto the calendar. It was the fact they were trying to build a rice fields that just flooded all the time.
It is an incredible idea having an actual purpose-built circuit in the middle of a city. That is an amazing idea.
Well, they were basically building a purpose-built circuit and then putting a city around it, weren't they? But it was.
Yeah, which has the essence of a street track with actual being a good circuit. It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
But money's a thing.
Exactly.
So it didn't happen.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Let's get in then, Jamie. Formula 2 and Formula 3. We're back, baby, with some decent calendars. Let's go F2 first then. 14 races in 2022.
Ridiculous.
A few of them I'm a bit confused by, because, let's be fair, they're trying to save the team's money. 14 races straight off the bat isn't ideal, is it?
Yeah. Not really.
But they are only still in the Middle East and Europe, though?
Yeah, so it's still...
It's not crazy, but again, it's pretty much every race in Europe, isn't it? When you look at it. Obviously, we start the season like we do in Formula 1. We got Sakir and then Jeddah straight off the bat. Round 3 is exactly the same as well in Imola, a couple of weeks. Wait, 3 weeks? Oh, yeah, we haven't got Melbourne, do we?
Oh, yeah.
So we got a 3-week break before Imola. Then we got a month off before Spain.
Yeah.
And then we're back a week later in Monte Carlo. We got a week off before Baku. Then we got another 3 weeks before Silverstone. And then a week later we're at Spielberg. No race at Le Castellet.
Good. They haven't raced there since 2019.
No, they haven't, have they? Formula 3 did, I think, I want to say.
Yeah, I think Hubert's still the last winner, technically. That might be... I'm not saying that's why they've not gone back, but they might be trying to keep that
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Then obviously Hungary. I'd rather see Paul Ricard than Hungary, to be honest.
No, F2 at Budapest is always quite good.
When it normally rains, yeah. For some reason, F2 I'd always rain.
Schumacher's first win by getting 8th.
Yep.
That was fun.
Yep, about as good as Guan Yu Zhou can do. How many feature races has Guan Yu Zhou run, sorry? Is it just the one and that
2?
was red flagged?
No, 2.
Is it 2, is it?
No, the red flag one was a sprint.
Oh, was it? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Bahrain this year and Silverstone this year.
Ah, right.
I was there for one of them.
Yes, yeah.
So I need to go more.
Yes. Yeah, I suppose. Then obviously we've got the summer break still, and then we've got Belgium, Zandvoort, Monza again.
Monza.
And then we've got Russia, and this is the killer, Jamie. 2 months before Abu Dhabi still.
I mean, someone probably would have won by then, probably Porsche. So
if it's Piastri. Well, no, because Piastri's going to win this year, isn't he? So he's not going to be able to...
won't be back next year.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to dominate F2 next year, which is a bit of a shame. But a better calendar than this year, it must be said.
For sure.
Richard for sure, yeah. But still, there's some egg in there somewhere, isn't it?
And there's so many races. What is it this year? We've had like 8 rounds.
It's 24 races this year, and they've upped it to 28 for next year.
28, yeah. I'm glad they're getting rid of the 2 sprints. Like, I'm also glad they're keeping the sort of format where the feature is second.
Yes, yeah. You want all your big races
I like
on Sunday,
idea.
don't you? I think.
It's a very good calendar. They've done a decent job.
Yeah, it's a lot better than this year. And again, the same can be said for Formula 3. Not quite as long a calendar as Formula 2, but we've obviously got Bahrain, then they're not going to Jeddah, so we've got over a month before Imola. Then
F3 I just don't really care about. I never watch it anyway.
I try to where I can. Then another month before Spain. Then obviously just 2 weeks before Silverstone, then Austria, and then Hungary.
Are you good?
And then, of course,
it's a month if we're doing Spain and Silverstone.
Yeah.
June exists.
Oh, shit, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, so we've got a month, 5 weeks, a week, 2 weeks, a month, and then 3 races in a row. Monza as a title decider is egg.
That's going to be so funny.
It's going to be carnage. Like, everyone will be desperately trying to do anything.
The whole season's happening inside 6 months, but then a third of it's happening inside 2 weeks.
Yeah,
basically.
more than a third of the championship. Yeah, it is a third of the season. It's 9 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 18 races still in Formula 3 is good. Nice to see again they're not doing what they tried this year of sometimes F2 and F3 go to different venues, because that just didn't make sense. The whole point for that, wasn't it? It was just help save the team's money, but they kind of forgot that a lot of teams do both.
Of places.
Yeah. Yeah. So teams then had to rush crew and everything like that to different places each week. But yeah, we've got VAR joining Formula 2 and... No, just Formula 3 next year, aren't they? Is it just Formula 3? Although it's highly expected they might join F2 as well.
I don't really know. I've not been following the news that much.
So obviously...
The HWA are pulled out of both?
HWA are out of both, yeah. Which is a bit of a shame, but...
I mean, they haven't
really
Who's their drivers this year?
Have they?
They're both unserious, so...
Yeah, they were very much, like, just trying to... I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? Like, Formula 2 and Formula 3 are such an odd business model in racing. Because obviously Prema must walk away with a profit and a half at the end of each year. Because they basically know they can charge anyone whatever they feel like, and if you don't win with them, it's clearly your fault.
Yeah, it's the driver's fault for being bad.
Exactly. It's kind of nuts, isn't it? Like, the fact Trident were able to beat them in F3 this year was insane, but that's just because they had Arthur Leclerc
and the other one,
the fact that...
Hauger won the championship so comfortably, and they didn't win the
Well, the fact, they would have, finished way down the order had they not had Hauger is insane.
And the thing is, you know that Arthur Leclerc is going to be in F2 next year, just because he's called Leclerc.
Not next year, but the year after. Good. So,
it wouldn't surprise me if he's there next year.
Well, do you reckon he'll get a seat for 2022 in F2?
Depends how big the merry-go-round is, but he could.
I think he'll do another year of Formula 3.
What, and take out more people?
Exactly, he's got to cause more... Think of that, Monza, final race of the year, championship decided, takes out 18 cars. I can picture it now.
What was it, like the Lance Stroll one, where it's like race under review?
Oh, that was GP3 2015, yeah. Because they had like 40 incidents in 3 races. That was insane. That had such a stacked lineup, though. Like, if you ever look back at that race weekend...
Yeah. Well, Ocon would have been it. No, he wouldn't.
No.
Would he?
Yeah, I think so. literally, you had, at that race weekend, Esteban Ocon, Luca Giotto. Wait, am I looking at the right weekend? No, I'm not.
You're in the right place.
I'm not looking at the right race, Jamie. GP3. So, Monza.
Would it have been 2014?
Would it have been 2014?
When did Stroll win? I know
it must have been 20... Was it 24 or was it 2016? Let's find this quickly. Because it was... Was it 20... Oh, no, it was... No, it can't have been 2018.
Stroll was in F1 in 17, so it was before that.
Yeah, it must have been. Was it 2016?
I can't see Stroll on the grid. This is so confusing.
Or was it 2015?
That's where we started, wasn't it?
I don't know. No, I don't think we did. Did we? I don't know.
We're so confused. No one's watching at this point. It's fine.
No, exactly. GP3.
Stroll... I can't see Stroll anywhere.
No, because this is the problem, isn't it? Like, GP3 was, like...
In four different
places, yeah. It was GT3 Euro GP3, wasn't it?
I have no idea. Anyway, for people who are just confused, this is what we do before recording.
Yeah, normally.
We just focus on one thing and we're like, oh, let's find this out, and then we're scrolling Wikipedia for 5 minutes.
Exactly. Here we go. It was 2015 European F3. This website doesn't tell me anything. It was European Formula 3. Monza, 2050. Here we go. We're getting somewhere.
Isn't gonna be that fun anymore.
We're getting somewhere. So you had the likes of Antonio Giovinazzi, Charles Leclerc, Felix Rosenqvist, Jake Dennis, George Russell, Gunther, Stroll, Albon.
Ilot's there.
Ferrucci, Ilott, Mayani? I can't remember.
He was not good. Mahavir Raghunathan.
Raghunathan was there, yeah, as well. Because he scored... Did he score a point that race?
No, he didn't score points ever. He got points in F2 at Monza.
Ah, right, yeah, that's where I get muddled up with, yeah. But that weekend, yeah, such a stacked roster and everyone just kept taking each other out. It was insane. But we're going to see that next year in Formula 3 as well, which...
Mahavir didn't qualify once in that season in Paul Ricard.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me one bit. Do you know, when he posted on Instagram last weekend, I was gutted, Jamie.
Yeah, he's back, isn't he? What's he doing?
No, he posted a couple of weekends ago that he was going to do a sprint mode on F1.
Oh, right.
So I thought, right, I'm going to try and be really cheeky
That's
here.
the
I DM'd him. I DM'd him going, "Hi, Mahavir. I'm a Formula 1 content creator on YouTube, and I linked to my channel. I was like, I would love to know when you're doing these sprint mode races. I'd love to get involved and make some videos," and I got blanked.
Can you imagine doing a collab with Mahavir? That would be incredible.
Exactly. I thought, I'm in here, lads. This is going to be clickbait of the year.
So many views.
Yeah, I thought this is going to be absolutely minted, and yeah, he just didn't message me back. But I don't think he did him in the end, so I'm forever hopeful. Problem is, mate...
I'm sure we would have seen a lot of jokes about it if he did do it.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, next year, though, is not going to be such egg. Is there anything we should probably add before we end, Jamie?
I don't think so.
No?
Just US Grand Prix. Do we predict stuff yet?
We did predict stuff last week, I think.
I probably said Max will win.
Yeah, I think I said Hamilton will win. Because COTA is Hamilton's track.
I mean, he's not won there since 2017.
2019? Who won then?
Bottas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Hamilton won like 5 of the first 6 races there, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, COTA is Dallas County, is Hamilton Central.
Well, Hamilton, yeah, he won until like 2017. He'd won all but one US Grand Prix he'd entered. So.
And that was Seb OP.
Yeah. That was Seb.
Yeah, because he won Indy, didn't he, in 07 as well?
Yeah, he won Indy 07.
Yeah, he's just nuts, isn't he? We had, quickly before we finished, we had a load of Twitter stands unhappy that Perez got to drive, apparently, Sebastian Vettel's championship-winning car.
You say a load, there was one tweet.
No, I saw more than one.
Oh,
there was one that was shared in our group, but I saw like 4 before that, of people going, "Oh, Checo, it's Seb's car, it's not fair!" Like, you don't think you honestly think they're going to use his record-breaking car for a demo run?
Yeah.
Like, obviously it's a rebrand and like a spare car. Or one of Mark Webber's.
Yeah, probably one of Mark Webber's.
But...
not bad for a number 2 driver.
No. No, but absolute insanity once more there, that people don't seem to believe that Red Bull do demo runs in other cars. But
I've seen they took a Toro Rosso once and just branded it as Red
Bull.
Oh
yeah, they'll do that as well.
So they could have done that as well.
Yeah, they did that. Was that Istanbul last year, I want to say?
There was one of the F1 live events, like the festival type thing in London.
Yeah.
There was a Toro Rosso dressed up as a Red Bull.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me for one second. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
It just makes sense.
You've got so many assets.
Yeah, exactly. But anything else we should add before we finish this off, though, Jamie?
No,
nothing this week. Obviously,
I think so.
We'll be back next week with the US Grand Prix review. Fingers crossed it's a bit less dead than Turkey was in the end. Although, again,
I can't watch the race.
You can't. Should I be surprised at this stage of the year?
I watched Channel 4 highlights at like 3 a.m. or something.
Oh yeah, they're completely screwed this year, aren't they? Because it's an evening. Oh yeah, we get an evening race, don't we? That'll be nice. It means I can watch. It means I can watch qualifying. Huzzah! I'm happy now. I've remembered that. That's great. I love racing in South America. Or North America.
I mean, this in North America.
Exactly. And just I was thinking of Brazil more than anything else. It's like the one good race out of the three.
Yeah, the next 3 are all really good.
Yeah.
Actually, Brazil was after a few street tracks in it. Never mind, Mexico's also evening. So
yes, yeah. But thank you all so much for watching once again. If you made it this far, I'm very, very impressed.
How have we spoke about 40 minutes about nothing?
We've done well this week. But yeah, let us know down in the comments below your thoughts and feelings as to F1 and F2 and F3's calendars for 2022. Perhaps next year, Jamie, we'll actually do some proper in-depth reviews for F2 and F3 as well. You know, if we
that means we've got to watch it though.
Yeah, but we watch F2 anyway, don't we? And I'll probably be watching F3
anyway, yeah.
If I can. I just need to work out a way to record it as well there. But yeah, we'll be back very, very soon with more Formula 1 content.